Hi, today I want to show you how we handle data tables in GlooData. Until now we had only JSON as a way to display data from steps, and it displays it as a tree that's pretty readable for humans. And now I'm adding support for the databases, so I have a Postgres support and MySQL and MariaDB support. So now when I query a database, I get a table. Of course, you're used to tables. You can see columns and rows and maybe some formatting, and you can paginate. But the first thing is, since I don't control how many columns or the order of columns in the queries, it can be anything. It's a good choice to also paginate columns, because a query may bring 100 columns, and that not only is really hard to display. If I display it, it doesn't make sense. And even if I manage to display it and it makes some sense, the browser will become really slow and unresponsive, and I have an annoying horizontal scroll bar that's really hard to use to scan through the columns you want. So we have vertical and horizontal scrolling. That's the first one. But the second one is, yeah, sure, nice, you are showing me the first 5 columns, but what happens if I want to see more or others? Here in the case of MySQL, the result has a lot of columns, and some columns that aren't useful, like password, which is masked. So what if I want to say 10 and 15 rows and 2 more columns, but not the email? And that may be pretty hard or impossible if the table is pretty simple. But this is not only a table, it's what I call an out table, and it follows the structure of GlooData, which is outlines as the base UI. So if I want to see 15 rows, I can just expand the pagination section and say that I want 15 rows. And if I want 6 columns, I can say I want 6. Okay, I don't want 6, I want 4. And you can say that everything updates. So now I can paginate, and I want to hide the password. But also, when I'm going to the second column, I forget the customer ID, and that's useful. Or for example, here, the username you may have. So I want to customize the columns I'm seeing. So I'm going to go here and expand the columns, and I can see them here, and I don't want to see the password because it's not useful. And when I paginate the columns, I want to pin the customer ID because I want to see it no matter where I am. So now I can collapse this and go to the second section, and you can see the customer ID stays here, and the password is nowhere to be seen. But what happens if I'm in the first page of columns and I want to see all the values for a row? You can go and expand the row, and you can see all the values there. This is more GlooData specific, but you can give a name to a cell or a column to use in other steps, so you can continue expanding the outline of things. And with this, we think we make data tables manageable, even when we don't control the columns, the order, the amount, anything. In between queries, you may change the order of the columns. We will respect them. If you pin a column and in the new query it doesn't appear, of course, we are not going to display it because there are no values there. And if the order changes, it will be changed. In the future, we want to also allow you to specify an order, because you may change the order here, or the query may change the order, or whatever you're requesting may change the order of the columns. And if you want to keep a custom order, you will be able to specify it here. So this is the idea of out tables, a mix between tables and outlines on GlooData. And if you have any question, just contact me on social media. Bye.